Dragi naši tangerosi, budući tangerosi, evo konačno imamo priliku i čast da razgovaramo sa jednim od najsjajnijih tango parova na trenutno tango sceni, po mom mišljenju i po mišljenju mnogih tangerosa. I will switch in English now. Well, dear Agostina and Santiago, I'm so happy to speak with you, and it's a great honor and pleasure. You had perfect performance last year. For the first time I saw you last year in Stanišići, and I was amazed, and I was, well, this was one of the best performances I have ever seen, and I have seen plenty because I'm like traveling and for 14 years now. So it was so great, and this year was also perfect performance, not just by my opinion, but also by opinion of my friends. They were like in shock. So it's a great pleasure to speak with you. We want to hear something about your personal tango experience. How did you decide to dance tango? When did you start? How did you start? So.
First of all, thank you for that words that are really sweet. We are so happy to be here. The Bel Tango, they are close friends of us, so I speak for both that we feel so comfortable sharing our performance with friends more than tango people, you know. Personally, I started tango when I had 15 years old. I belong to a company that they make folklore, Argentine folklore, and Latin American folklore. And for be part of that company, I should know a little bit stage tango. So that's how I met for the first time, but I fell in love the first time that I saw a video on YouTube of Gabito and Marcela Duran dancing Evaristo Carriego and Geraldine Rojas and Javier Rodriguez. So that was for me like, oh my God, I really want to do this. So when I had 17 years, I moved to Buenos Aires to get a formal education in the University of Arts.
Where are you from?
I'm from Santiago del Estero. So my city, we love folklore, chacarera, samba, all our traditional roots.
You danced it so nice. I saw it also. Oh, it was so great.
Thank you so much. And I think I have in my blood because my grandparents met dancing one tango, so they fell in love in one tango. So
this is very interesting story. Your grandparents met dancing.
Yeah, in a party, popular party. It was like, I think, the birthday of the city, anniversary of the city. So my grandfather take to dance to my grandmother, and that was the first time they saw each other.
That's the same story, I swear, with my grandmother and my grandfather.
Wow.
They met, she was like 18 and he was 24.
Oh my God.
But she didn't want to dance every dance with him.
Okay.
This was the trick, because he was very handsome, very tall, with blue eyes, and he was very wanted.
Okay.
But she didn't want to dance every time when he asked her. They didn't dance Argentina tango. They were dancing like those popular dances like waltzes and things like that, you know,
Yes.
foxtrot. And so it was after the war.
Okay,
so that was
nice.
actually the trick.
So we're taking that ADN, the rhythm or the passion of tango. And if you want to share your experience?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not too far from your experience, because I started when I was 10 years old, but I don't start tango, I start the folklore, like Agostina, traditional dance. And then when I was 13, I started dancing tango, and it was, wow, passion immediately for me, even if I was
Yes, but you were quite
little,
13 years old.
Yeah. And I was professional when I was 16 years old. And then
this was your hobby. You were going to school and then to tango lessons.
Yeah. At the same time, I was to school. I went to school, and I worked every night in Buenos Aires dancing tango.
Great.
So it was special.
Your double life.
Your double life,
Yeah.
double life, of course.
Sorry, I couldn't make my homework. I had to dance last night.
True.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah. And
How did you two meet?
I don't remember.
You
Yeah,
wrote me
yes.
by Facebook.
Yes, because I was looking for a dancer, a partner, and I love Agostina. She's a great dancer, and so
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, partner.
I invite her, and
Of
voilà.
course, when he wrote me, and I said yes immediately because I knew he's professional, and I will not say because he's by my side, but he's a great person. Like I think we share a great experience.
You too.
Thank you. We share like passion dancing, but behind the scenes, we have a great relationship. He's so respectful, a great human being. So that's for me is the most important. So for the first festival, it's been 3 years already.
Yeah.
So you are 3 years dancing together.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
And I wanted to ask you about your experience. You were at this scenario competition and you won with another partner.
Yes, it was 2017. I won with Axel Arakaki. He was my partner because I was working in Japan. I met him there, and we decided to get into the competition. We just have 6 months together working and rehearsing.
I wanted to ask you about this because this is from the first hand. How does it look like to prepare choreography for, because it's very, how many people are usually apply for a scenario competition?
I don't know. I think in that year were 600. No, less. I cannot say, but
around.
yeah,
Okay.
plenty of people.
Do you have instructor who is designing your choreography, or you do it yourself?
We design our choreography. It was our instructor, but we show this choreography to many colleagues, people who we respect a lot. So
they can give you some advice.
Exactly. They change several things, or keep but change the dynamic, or give us the point of view, and then we decide if we want to apply that correction or not.
How did you decide about the song?
The song, personally, I want to make something that represents the friendship between Argentina and Japan, and I didn't know how. So Axel told me we can dance something from Ryota Komatsu, that he's a bandoneon player from Japan, and we listened the whole CD. And when we heard the La Comparsita, we knew that was polemic because nobody get in the competition with La Comparsita. It's a really traditional song, and everybody is so tired to hear the same. But that version, the Japanese bandoneon and La Comparsita, for me represent all the fusion that I was searching for. So we wasn't to make something explicit like Japan and Argentina, but with that song, I think we couldn't reunite the idea. That was automatically. We listened the song and we look each other and say, this is gonna be like we didn't even fight about the song. It was we felt, so it was so easy.
So for 6 months dancing probably 10 hours per day.
3 hours?
Only?
Yes, but every day without only 3 hours.
Oh my
yes.
God, you're so talented. Because I imagine. That's why I'm asking, because I was imagining like all those couples, they are probably practicing all day long every day for 1 year or something to be completely ready, because you know when you have show, so many things can go wrong.
True.
You can never know what will happen, so if you're 100% ready. But okay, so you have life actually. You practice and then you...
We have to work actually. We cannot not working, so yes, 3 hours per day. He come to Argentina to keep practicing together and then get in the competition. We didn't expect for sure with such a short time to win, but happened, and I have to say we had lucky too. It's about talent, but lucky too, because it's really hard. So of course I'm really happy to that result, with that result.
And I wanted to ask you about your performance, the idea of performance with the chair from yesterday. This was really beautiful because people actually had quite good reactions. It was like a theater show. And we are used to usual shows. One tango, one waltz, one milonga, one tango, one bis, thank you very much, blah, blah, everything is perfect. But this was really something like a step to another world, like a story.
Yeah.
And I had the impression, but I wanted to ask you about this idea. How did you decide and what was actually the story? You were like a dream, yeah?
Something like that, yes.
Something like that.
Yes. Actually, we decide here which song we're gonna improvise with the orchestra. So, cause was improvisation, we want to put something else, not just go and dance.
This was improvisation. Oh my God. This was not choreography.
I make a stage tango in the improvised way. And of course we have a rehearsal before, but it was improvisation. I'm used to dance with chair, with bar, because I teach a lot of ladies technique, and I really love to explore the feminine side of the tango rhythm. And with him it's so easy because he had many theatrality tools. So when I dance with him, I feel that we can explore like dramatic things, but happiness and love and all this kind of ambience. So when I say something, he's so open-minded and he directly create the ambience with me. I don't know, it was kind of naturally how it become, right?
Yeah.
I told you,
What's your idea?
Yeah.
Because,
I told him, can I start with the chair? And he told me, yes, of course. And then we start to dance and create this story dancing more than talking. We never say, okay, let's represent this. No, we put the music. For sure.
That, okay.
Yeah. At first it was kind of a history with the guitarist, and then Santiago come and it's Santiago, my principal love, but then I leave him alone like a fantasy.
Just a dream, like
exactly,
a fantasy.
like
Yes,
a
I had this
fantasy.
impression.
Yeah, that was the idea, but we never decide, okay, let's start like this, something kind of improvising.
People can imagine their history.
Yeah, but I have to make a small digression. Maybe you were there, maybe not, I don't remember. The end of Friday night after party, Milonga, they put a chair it was like a coincidence. They put a chair in the middle of the hall and they were like dancing, like all of them were dancing. And
I was sleeping, I don't know you. No.
This was so crazy. We have like small video, we will show you later. It's not for everyone's eyes. But this was like a small party from people from Balkans, from all the republics, and we are like the same mentality in a way, and we like to party, so it was so fun, you know. And when the next day when I saw the chair in the middle, I was like, oh my God, what is going on?
We lost it. No, we
Yeah, you probably went to bed already, so you missed it.
Yeah. Well, it's a coincidence.
Yes, it was nice coincidence, actually. Funny coincidence. And I wanted to ask you about your life. Where do you live?
I live in France.
Yes.
From 20 years now. And first I had a school, tango school, for 20 years also, in the south of France, in different city. And now I only work on the weekends. I prefer to do some workshops and festivals instead of lessons every day, every week. It's different for me. From three years ago, I decided to change, and for the moment, it's perfect for me because I have more time for my family.
Yeah, it's nice to have free time.
That's good, and I love this country. France, and I have a boy also in France, so I did my life, half of my life in France,
nice.
and the other part in Argentina.
We are watching your small tango tips on Instagram. I think it's on Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's very inspiring. Yeah,
Thank you.
we like it very much. The last question we could speak, but it will be again 20, 30 minutes. So I wanted to ask you about your shoes. You have different shoes from all of us. It's like when you dance, they're doing like something like this, you know. And we were asking between ourselves, like what is with this part? Is it like normal shoes, or we have never seen that before?
This model, the brand is called Huracan Tango, so you can find on social media. And I normally use or this brand or Mosh Mosh, this other brand that I always use.
It's from Argentina.
Huracan is from Portugal, and Mosh Mosh from Argentina, yes. And the third brand that I always use is Lala Tango. It's from Paris, from France.
But
so I have
this part is normal or not?
that is fit
It
work.
looks like ballet shoes.
I don't want to be arrogant, but this is my work with my feet every day, working hard to flexibilize the shoes. Actually, the shoes are kind of more rigid. I prefer in that way because support better my balance. But for dance and move, it's just technique.
No, you're not arrogant. This is very good to hear.
Okay.
Because we were thinking that something is wrong. I mean, not wrong, but different with shoes. But to see how your feet move like this, it's amazing. So actually, it's a tango technique. I have to tell to tangueras. Tango technique, please. You have to learn. You have to practice every day.
But for tangueras too, one advice is try many brands because the heel is really important. Some heels are better than for some dancers.
Yes, it was thicker.
Yeah, exactly. For sure, you have to find a good shoes that support a good balance. One little advice fast, if you are like that, you have to feel comfortable. If just standing like this, you already feel that you are shaking, please change the brand. That shoes is not for you, okay? You have to be able to stand and be comfortable, and from there choose your brand as the design that you like. But so many brands, they have nice models, but not so good alignment on the heel. So that's why poor, because the lady come to take the lesson, she thinks that she's a bad dancer, and maybe the shoes is not for her.
Yeah. Shoes are very important actually for tango. I mean, not just shoes, the whole, because if you are not dressed properly and you don't have proper shoes, you cannot really dance.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand.
And the second tip, if you want,
yes,
always,
of course.
always one side less, never bigger. The shoes should be a little bit smaller than your regular side. Always is gonna be so much better than bigger. So when you go to choose, maybe you feel a little bit tight, but still try one number less than the usual for the better alignment. So in this case, you can see my toe sort a little bit out, but I feel the heel in the good position of my toe. So.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's another tip.
Yes. Do you have some tips also for leaders?
For leaders, it's not the same because we don't have this problem with the heel.
No, in general.
But, in general,
go to lessons.
Almost, yeah.
Watch my Instagram.
Practice technique. This is like we know that.
Yeah.
Something else maybe.
Something else? No. You. In my case, I prefer when the shoe is stretched, is compact, and not too big, like Agostina said, because I feel the floor differently. But when my shoes is too big, then there are some movement.
It's actually obstacle. Yeah, I think the shoe should be just following your feet.
Yeah.
the shape of the feet, because then you will definitely, because those shoes with like this longer part, you can actually step on follower's foot, and this is not nice, especially if we are barefoot. So it's better. This type is also used in Latin dances. It has different kind of heel, but it also follows the shape of the feet. So, okay. Thank you very much for this conversation.
Thank you, dear. Thank you for the interview.
We enjoyed so much your performance yesterday and hope to see you again next year at Stanišići, if not somewhere else. Dragi tangerosi, evo, čuli ste i neke savete. Ko nije mogao da dođe ove godine, obavezno dođite. Ovakvi nastupi se retko viđaju i zaista, po mom mišljenju, to su pravi jesenario nastupi koje ne smete propustiti. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the interview. Thank
Ciao.
everyone to see the video.